Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, you got the bell on. Well, you popped in right away, man. For sure. You popped in right away. So, appreciate it. Thank you, Trisha. Yeah, we're just getting loaded here. So, just getting her started. But, so, where we at? Alright, we're about 3.5 minutes in. I'm just going to get going. People will filter in here as we go, I suppose. So, obviously, again, it's Sunday. This is the second weekend that I've done this. I did my first Sunday Shoutout stream last Sunday. I felt it went really good. I feel like, what's up, Henry? I feel like there's a lot of people out there, including all yourselves, who do a lot of good things. And again, I want to stress this every time before I start this. You know, just because your name might be not brought up in a particular stream, that doesn't mean you're not going to be brought up. That doesn't mean that you're not acknowledged for the good you're doing. It's just these are the ones that come to mind like right now when I'm doing it. So I'm going to just kind of start and get right into it. So what's up, Ansel? G, how are you doing? Hope all is well with you. Not sure. You look new. Okay. Looks like you're a gamer or something. Nice to see you. I just subscribed to you as well. But we're going to get right into the Sunday's shoutouts. So we do this every Sunday. So the first person I'm going to start with today is actually going to be Truth Seekers. A lot of times when I'm thinking of who should be part of these shoutouts, who should be brought up or acknowledged, I'm typically thinking about people that are very unselfish, people that will jump in, take their shirt off their back, somebody in need, even if they're not doing good, right? And the first person that came to mind this week that I haven't shouted out yet was Truth Seekers. I can go back to when the last 24-hour stream was. And remember when we were doing the raising money for a couple people in need? Truth put up his mantle, like one of his graded mantles from his own PC. Sold for $300 or $400 or something. All that money went towards that fundraiser we were doing to raise money to go to help a couple individuals. He also put up a lot of other cards on top of that. He gets involved in racks. There's actually been, we just did another rack here the other day. We've been doing kind of rack on top of rack on top of rack. It's kind of got a little out of hand. And I'm going to put a little bit of blame on Jimmy Guns, even though I shouldn't, and it's all in good fun, because these kind of started because originally we were setting up a rack for Jimmy. Jimmy saw that I said, we're looking for people if somebody wants to get involved in a rack. And Jimmy's like, yeah, man, who are we doing? What's going on? And so then I was like, crap. And I was already thinking about doing Buckeye Card Nut, but I was going to do it a little later. And so I just said, you know what, I'm just going to start another one. Yeah, you know, I want to get Buckeye Card Nut a crazy Baker card for his PC. And he's like, yeah, man, count me in. And he's like, you know what, I can help even push it. And I'm like, yeah, man, if you want to, because I had already tried to get a bunch of people together for his rack, and I didn't want us to have to rely or ask the same people to feel like they're obligated or they have to just keep donating, you know, every 3-4 days for racks. So after we did Jimmy and Buckeyes, we got our next one that we just completed that should be getting mailed out tomorrow. So we should see that sometime this week. But again, and it's not the amount of money someone sends, it's not the amount of money someone donates, but it's how selfish one person is. And Truth is definitely a stand-up dude. 1 second. Go. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Every single time the dog starts acting up because she knows she's not getting attention. Urgh. Women. Dogs. Women. Not saying actual real women are dogs. Please don't take that the wrong way. I'm saying because she's a female. Just so I get that out there. Gotta make that straight. I was not calling women dogs. Don't take it that way. Sorry I said that. It's just she is a female. So I was just saying women/dogs. All right. But Truth has, man, he's involved in so many different racks. He's constantly, and not only on top of that, he donated the money for this newest rack. And it doesn't matter the amount someone donates. But on top of that, then he wanted to start another rack for another individual. And a lot of people that were getting involved in these racks were like, we kind of got to space these out a little better. And the next thing you know, he's messaging me saying, I got so-and-so a card from so-and-so, this crazy card for their PC, and I bought it and it's going to be on its way. So, again, just constantly showing unselfishness. And he's got to be recognized for it. He has to be. Way too much above and beyond. Way too much that he does that maybe a lot of people don't see. That's behind the scenes. But he's definitely well deserving of being one of those guys that gets a shout out. So, again, guys, if you're on Twitter, this is Truth's Twitter page. He just started it not too long ago. He's got 6359. Not that matters, but just kind of pointing out so you know which one's him. He does have a YouTube channel. He does do a few auctions here and there. He does open some products. He's at around 630 subscribers. You know, he's not someone who's really ever been a guy to push his channel. He just slowly has been working on it to grow it. But this guy right here is a guy. It's a good guy to have on your team, or it's a good guy to be a part of your community. Because again, his unselfishness, when somebody's in need of something, when we're trying to raise money, when we're trying to do a rack, etc., he's always in. He's always down. And when other people maybe come back and say, hey, this isn't the time to do this, we've just done these racks, he'll just go ahead and buy the card or whatever himself and ship it off to whoever it's got to go to. So, again, his unselfishness is by far at the top. Just a great dude. I think a lot of you guys know him, but some people that may watch this later that may be newer to the channel, whatever. I mean, that's what this is about. Recognizing people that me and any of you guys. So, again, what's up, Wicked? So, Henry, Wicked, Austin, Henry, L Cannon, what's going on? Yeah, good to see ya. Anybody in here, anybody that watches this later, if you guys have specific people that you feel, and again, I'm only doing a couple a weekend. Probably most people will be recognized at some point. But if there's somebody that you feel stands out, and you don't do a video, a shout-out videos per se, or you want them to be a part of these shout-out videos, just email me. DM me on Twitter. Do whatever. Text me. Just say, hey, this is somebody I feel is deserving that should get a shout-out on your Sunday shout-out videos. And I'll look into it. I'll do it. I mean, I'm all for it. So I don't want this to just be about who I recognize. You know, when I'm bringing some of these people up, this should be me speaking for a lot of people within the hobby community, within the YouTube world, Twitter world, whatever. Wherever there's things going on that's a lot of good, where there's a lot of good happening. So, Austin said he sent me a Frazier high-tech auto through BITG. He originally was planning on keeping when we were discussing trades. I mean, see? Like, and I know he's done that over and over again. He just sent a whole bunch of cards to BITG for giveaways, and included in that was like an Acuna auto. I mean, there's a lot of stuff he does that's just, I don't know. He's a different breed, man, when it comes to being unselfish. A lot of us are unselfish. Most of us are unselfish. Most of us do good things within the hobby and the community. But sometimes there's some people that just do just that much more. And sometimes they don't get recognized enough for it. And that's what I'm trying to. This platform, that's what this platform's designed for. To try to do that. What's going on, Grant? Good to see you, brother. So again, guys, his Twitter is it's the same on both. Truth Seeker Sports Memorabilia, same thing on his YouTube. The next person I'm going to shout out for Sunday is going to be my boy, my brother, Jimmy Guns. Man, if you guys want to be a part of a fun auction, if you guys want to be a part of a wild crowd on a Saturday night, look no further than my guy, Jimmy Guns. There's something that stands out, though, and the reason why I brought him up now and today is because there's something that was happening in the last week and a half or so that really drew me to doing this with him tonight or this week. Some of you may know, some of you that follow Jimmy Guns may know that, first of all, he's a big Jack Flaherty super collector. What's up, Truth? You just missed your part of this. You have to play it back. Some of you may know that he PCs Jack Flaherty. Some of you may follow Phil's polls. Phil Hughes, the ex-baseball player who's in the hobby, who does videos, XXX, whatever. I don't need to say his name much more. I mean, he's big enough. He doesn't really need too much push for anything. But he had contacted Jimmy because he bought a bunch of Sapphire products, and he had pulled the Super Fractor. What's up, Durango? He had pulled the Super Fractor Jack Flaherty Auto 101, and he actually sent him a thing and said, "Dude, look what I just pulled." What's up, Balls? He said, "Look what I just pulled," and he's like, "Oh man," and Phil was like, "Man, I wish I could just send this to you or give this to you, but I just spent a ton of money on this product, on these boxes." So he said, "I gotta put it up on eBay, man. If you win it on eBay, you win it on eBay." So he took a good shot at it. You know, he had it up for 7 or 9 days. He was a high bidder at one point, and it was getting down to the last day, the last 5 or 6 hours, I want to say. And he was going through his garages. He has like multiple garages on his land where he has a bunch of stuff still stored there from when they moved to this place. And he's going through his stuff, and he's pulling out stuff, finding stuff like that he can sell. Like, I'll sell another Walter. He has like a bunch of Walter Payton rookies, and he's trying to get 34 Walter Payton rookies. Most of them I think he has are graded, some are not. But he's trying to get that because of his jersey number, and that's for his son, his little son Jimmy's collection. And then he does a bunch of stuff for his daughter Aspen. Like, she's a Bo Jackson collector, so she has the sickest Bo Jackson collection. He's doing these things for his kids. And he is going to sell like a Walter Payton rookie and do some other things. Because he's like, I definitely got coin. I got enough money to make a good run at this to get this card. And I think it was, whether you're religious or not, but it was the first day of Lent. And it was about giving up stuff. And he actually did a video. And he talked about how, man, today is the first day of Lent, and it just seems like it's a sign to me that this card ends today, and that I could be selfish and I could take a stab at it. I've worked hard. I sold a lot of stuff. I had auctions. I sold a lot of products. I moved a lot of things to get this coin to make a good run at this card. But at the end of the day, even though it's a Jack Flaherty 101 Super Fractor, whatever, from Sapphire, even though I could get it and it would be the centerpiece of my PC, I'm not going to do it. He said there's 5 or 6 hours left. I could put bids on it right now. I could win it, but he's like, I'm not going to do it. He's like, I feel like there's way bigger, many other things I could do with this money. And that would be putting them towards racks for individuals, doing things, you know, to help others out. And again, like, just right there, like, again, I'm telling you this story because this story is really what inspired me to bring him up in this week's Shoutouts. Are you guys still good? Are you with me? this really brought me to lead that. Let me know if you guys are still here. Are you guys with me? Looks like my feed's bad for some reason. I'm not sure. Let me know if we're good. You guys still there? Somebody say something in chat. Are we there? Are we good? You guys there? Somebody type something. Anyone? Bueller? Okay. Alright, just want to make sure. It looks like my my thing is bad and I wasn't getting any response. I know there's a delay, but again, another guy that, like, and not saying that getting involved in racks mean everything. You know, you're going to hear me say a lot about the last people last week, this week so far. You know, they get in racks and this and that. Not that that's what it's all about. But again, when I think about people that should get that extra recognition, that should be brought up a little bit more to put a spotlight on them, maybe, per se, I think about people that are unselfish. And again, that shows a lot of character, I feel like, in Jimmy. Like, I already know he's a good guy. I mean, he's a friend of mine. I consider him a good friend of mine, a brother. I already personally know that. But for him to do something like he did, I think you're going to see him do a lot of stuff with that money that he built up in his PayPal that he was going to go buy himself one card with. One piece of cardboard, right? And, you know, we say, hey, it's just cardboard. We bring that up a lot when we talk about things like, oh, you know, I missed out on this. It's just cardboard or whatever. But at the same time, when you're a super collector, when that's something a player you PC, and that's kind of like the almighty card of what could be your PC, the centerpiece of your PC, and you just kind of walk away from it. What's up, Patreon? To me, that says a lot. To me, that tells me a lot. And another thing, this guy gets into every single flipping rack. He wanted to get into his own rack. He didn't realize that it was for him, and I somehow kept it a secret by going, okay, I guess I got to start another rack, which I was already going to do, but I didn't want to do it this soon, and we just had to do it. And then I'm getting some guys going, Def, man, we're kind of doing these racks on top of each other. It's not really a good thing. I mean, I always think it's a good thing, but it's not a good thing because people are going to have a hard time. Like, they want to help, but they can't help, like, on top of each other within a few days. And I said, this was the only route I could take because I didn't want Jimmy to have any idea or clue what we were doing. So he was trying to get into his own rack. And what I was also going to do is I was going to hold off on Buck City Card Nuts rack. I was going to have him go ahead and don't send money. And then I was just going to go at, once he received his rack, I was actually going to PayPal him the money, like while he was opening it or whatever, and be like, oh yeah, by the way, you got your money back. But I just thought, what the heck? You know, I'll go with it, saying it's somebody else, and we'll run with it. So again, guys, this is his Twitter. Jimmy Guns, a really good guy. Fucking a staple of the hobby. You know, he does a ton of good, guys, a ton of good. And then that's his YouTube. Again, guys, Saturday nights, his gun show. Man, I think he had like 50 strong in there last night. I can't hang out all night. I gotta scoot in and out different places. But shout out to Jimmy Guns, man. Shout out to him. Good dude, good stand-up dude. Much deserving. Yeah, so this is like the video right here that he posted. I mean, even just go watch that video. Just go watch it. You know, it kind of shows and tells you what kind of guy he is. So, really awesome, guys. If you're not subscribed to him, go ahead and give him a sub. His daughter, Aspen's super smart. She's going to state for math. He got a little video on there. He collects Garbage Pail Kids, He-Man characters, all sorts of different action characters. Just a great dude, man. If you guys aren't, I don't know what else to tell you. So, and the next person I'm going to bring up tonight is my boy Lance. You know, I thank him often. You guys see me thank him on stream. We did our test run last night with the in-depth with deafness. If you guys want to check it out, I know I got some good feedback from Wicked. Just to let you guys know, there's a lot of back noise in that video because my son was here. I will not be doing these on a Saturday night or a Friday night. This was just for the test run. So it's very hard to hear him. And I think I will look at adjusting the volume as well, because that's something Wicked had brought up to me when he watched the stream. And I appreciate that, Wicked. Thank you for that feedback, because that does help me. But if you want to get a glimpse, if you haven't watched it yet, go back and watch the test run with Lance, Up North Lance, in depth with deafness. It just kind of gives you a feel for what it's going to be like. Now, this was just off the cuff. This was not anything planned. I didn't have questions written down. I didn't have it all planned out like it will be when we actually start going. Like, the next time we do it, it's going to be the real deal. It's going to be the real thing. But a few of you had popped in earlier in the night when we first went live to do the test. And, wow, how much he got it to change. Like, we were actually stuck at a point where we felt like we were going to maybe just have to live with how the actual video looked on the guest person. Like, a lot of huge cropping on top and bottom, not a lot of camera view. And he just never ceases to amaze me in how he figures out things and how he can get things to work. What's up, Isaac, Jim F., Stevens Cards? It just amazes me what he can do. If you guys, anything that's designed, my backdrops in my OBS, that's all him. But not only does he design these things for me, he actually sets them all up. We do a conference type thing. I basically give him access to my computer while we're live together. He takes it over. He tells me to do this or do that with whatever he can't, and he gets it all set up for me. He does it all. I mean, there's so many things this guy has done for me. Like, not only, and most of all, being a friend. Like, being somebody that I honestly can trust, that I know is a good dude, that's not going to ever get me in a situation. You know, the guy never drinks or does anything like that, so if we go to games, like, he's not going to be, oh, hey, let's get a beer. You know, and then we're 10 beers later, and then who knows what happens. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing for anybody that drinks at a game, so don't think I'm saying that. What I'm getting at is for me, personally, to be out and about doing things. If I'm just sober, it's better. And he keeps me on that right track, because he doesn't go to have drinks or anything. He goes to enjoy the game, period, and that's it. And we sit and talk. And we've had some amazing conversations. We've really got to know each other very well. I traveled with him, you guys know, to the National, him and Joel. He hooks me up with product. He's fair with me with pricing. I mean, like, Panini Contenders football this year, I think they were selling them for $240 or $280 a box. I'm not going to say the price, but he took care of me. I mean, I saved myself a boat ton of money because, and again, like he had talked about, if you guys watch the In Depth with Deafness, he had talked about, you know, he can't sell it under a certain price because they can lose their thing with their agreement or whatever, their contract, if you will, with their distributor. But a lot of, like, DNA, Steel, whatever, City, all of them guys, they actually, some of this product, they just blow. They inflate the price insanely to where he was selling it to me, he was actually still within his contracted price. And some of this stuff is insane, guys. I mean, with my last 24-hour stream, he saved me quite a bit of money, and I'm sure he'll be a big part of this next 24-hour stream when we hit 1,600. So, again, I wouldn't be able to be doing that. I mean, I could probably be doing this stuff without his help, without his knowledge, and without him setting things up. But it wouldn't be like it is. It wouldn't be like it looks. That's all to him. Like, that's a shout out to him. That's what he does. And the times that he decides and he does it, he's a family man. He's a dedicated family man. And that's another thing I respect about him. And like, even last night, it's a Saturday night. He's with his family. He does it a little later at night when the kids are settled down, probably going to sleep, whatever. But he takes time out of his Saturday night to get things set up and to make them right. To make them right for me. Not just to put something together. Us do that first test run, which I deleted, and it not look the way I was picturing it to look. That's the thing with him. He's patient with me. I can be a perfectionist when it comes to how things look. When he's done a lot of my backdrop layouts, I think he's got to a point where he knows what I'm looking for, because the last few times, whenever he sent me something, it's been like perfect. Like, let's run with this. Let's do it this way. When he first started doing things for me, I'd be like, well, I kind of had it pictured like this or this, and he'll do it. He'll make the changes. He's patient with me. He could have easily last night just got like, hey, well, we got it set up. It'll work. It's good. And I'm like, I kept explaining to him what I envisioned, what I was looking at, what I was seeing. And then he's like, all right, let's do this. Share your computer with me again. And then he did a bunch of things, and the next thing you know, like, boom, it worked. Like, it was the way I pictured it, the way I envisioned it. So again, Joel, stand-up guy. I can't say enough about the guy. The guy just unselfish. He drove me home with his kids. He drove me home that 24-hour stream. I was going to take a Lyft or an Uber. He's like, nah, dude, why don't I just drive you back? And he didn't expect anything. I gave him some cash when we got here. He didn't expect anything though. And he had his kids with him. Like, it's a Saturday or a Friday night or whatever night it was. He's close to his house. He's 5 or 10 minutes to his house. I made it convenient for him. I took the lift up to where he was at, to the Buffalo Wild Wings. And then he's like, why don't I just drive you home? So he's going to drive 45 minutes. He's basically right by his house when we're there at the restaurant. He's going to drive 45 minutes, drop me off, and then drive another 50 back home. And it's at like 10 o'clock at night or something. So what's up, Wax? What's up, Renesia? David Miller, what's going on, guys? Good to see all you guys. Thanks for coming in to Bash Bros. I'm sorry if I missed saying hi to you, Isaac. I kind of get into my rants, and it's hard for me to... as much as I want to pay attention to you guys, it's hard for me to interrupt what I'm saying. But again, guys, Lance, just another super unselfish dude. A guy who isn't looking for really anything besides friendship, like at the end of the day. And that's what I think is the most cool, the most important part of like the hobby, the friendships that we've been able to build, and to see how unselfish people are. It blows my mind away every single day. Every time somebody's like, hey, we should do this, we should do that for this person, who wants to go in on this, who wants to do this. It's people like Truth. It's people like Jimmy Guns. It's people like Lance that they just stick out to me. At least for me. And again, guys, like I said earlier in this, some of you guys are just coming in here. I don't want these Sunday shoutouts to just be people that I see that are going the extra mile, because maybe they're going the extra mile for me and a few other people, but maybe you don't see that. I want you guys to let me know. Send me an email. Do something. To say, hey, here I have an idea. This is somebody I feel we should shout out on a Sunday. Or you guys can always do it on your own channel too. But if you guys ever want to, what's up, Mega? Reds? If you guys ever want somebody brought up or shouted out on my Sunday shoutouts, that's what this is for. I'm trying to use this platform for any of you guys within the community that have somebody, see somebody, whatever, bring them up to me. Just let me know. I'm just pointing out, and I usually try to do like 3 people, about roughly 5-10 minutes a person, to kind of go over my thoughts, and then you guys can give me the backing if I don't really know them that well, or I don't see as much of what they're doing, so I can talk about it, properly, and give them the proper shout out. So, and then obviously you guys know with Lance, him and Joel own North Star Collectibles. Their website is northstarsportscards.com. So this is what they got on the page right now. And remember, guys, so like plates and patches, they're already at a good price. But if you contact them, they may do even a little better than whatever these prices are listed at. So just remember, this isn't necessarily a cut firm price. They do have to stay within their guidelines. But again, if they don't already know you or whatever, and you reach out to them, you contact them, just let them know you heard about them through me or whoever, and just say, hey, what's the best price you can do on a box of 2019 Plates and Patches Football Hobby? And they'll tell you what they can do. I'm sure they're going to come in below. If you ask them for a price, I'm sure they're going to come in below Dave and Adams or Steel City or whoever. They're going to try to do whatever they can to get you that price. So, I am best I can be, Isaac. How are you? I'm just trying to catch up on chat. All good. Thanks for asking, Wax. Yeah, man. I hope everybody's doing good, guys. Squeal City, Dave Durango says, I hope everybody's doing awesome. I know Waxman said Void gave me another 6 to 8K cards. Awesome, man. So, Waxman, I would save it for another Sunday shoutout stream, but if you want me to do something for that, just let me know. Email me, send me details, like the 6 to 8K cards. You know how to get a hold of me, brother, and I'll make it happen. Balls talking to Lance, said he went out of his way for me at the National. Yeah, Balls saw it firsthand, his generosity and just his unselfishness. I think they even paid for dinner for us one night. So, very awesome. Very awesome. Yeah, I'd love for any of you guys. Again, guys, I would love for any of you guys to send me an email if you want anyone to be a part of these Sunday shoutouts, for sure. I'd love to have people. I don't want it to just be like who I'm doing. And most of the time, now Lance is more specific to me. Like, that's one that I just feel like I need to give him recognition, put him on the spotlight for what he's done for me. But I know he does a lot for the hobby community as well. But people like Guns, I'm sure there's a lot of people that can agree with what I'm saying. That's kind of me talking for them as well. Truth, the same way. The guys I talked about last week, the same thing. So I'm not trying to make it specifically about what they've done for me. It's for what they've done for our community, our hobby. So their unselfish ways, their unselfish things that they've done for us. So, Dream Team Case Breakers on Facebook has an optic break. Nice. How much is it? Be curious on what the price is, though. I'm kind of about getting over optic. I don't know if you guys saw, but somebody polled. Let me see. Somebody polled the. Let me see if I can find it quick. 1 second. I did all right in NASCAR DFS again today. It's 2 weeks in a row I've made a little bit of money. Nothing crazy, but came out ahead, so I'm happy. What was that card names? They were card breakers, and I'm trying to remember what the breaker's name was. Probably not going to. Anyway, I was trying to show you guys the Zion optic 1 of 1, the vinyl 1 of 1 has been pulled. One of these card breakers pulled it. They actually had the picture online. I'm not going to find it. I'm just going to be sitting here scrolling, boring you guys. I don't want to do that. But the Zion optic 1 of 1 vinyl, that was a different Zion, has been pulled. So the search for that, I think there should still be the auto one out there as well. That I haven't seen pulled, but the non-auto one has definitely been pulled. So no more chase for the old Zion non-auto 1 of 1 vinyl deal. So, but all right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. But again, couple things. I did a couple update videos today. Well, one I just had to do a quick 2-minute thing because I couldn't see myself out in the nice weather without recording something or saying something. So I have a couple short videos. One's an update. We are right around, we're about 10 out or so, 10 or 11 away from the 1550. So we're right there for the 2 blaster giveaway. Don't forget, it's going to be 2 $50 credits, but one is for BITG. A BITG is throwing in another 50 for whoever wins that. So it'd be a $100 break credit. It's going to go to somebody. And then we're like 61 away from 1,600, which would be the 24-hour stream again with tons of giveaways with the Lamar Jackson Obsidian to 50 RPA sick card giveaway with a bunch of other stuff and other break credits for other breakers as well. So, just letting you guys know kind of where we stand, where we sit. If you guys have anybody else you feel like would be a good fit within our community or this community, definitely recommend me to them, recommend us to them, and let's get there, guys. I would love to do a 24-hour stream like in the next month and a half, 2 months max. That would be sweet. That would be awesome. And I think we can do it because we grew about 68 or 70 within the last 28 days. So if we kind of kept that same approach as far as how many, that would put us right around about a month or so out. So, what's up, KC9? Card Hobbyist, what's going on? Oh, you found it? Sweet. Come on. Where is it? Where is it? That's not it. Drag this. Alright, here it is. There it is, fellers. You guys see it? There it is. There is the Zion 1 of 1 optic non-auto vinyl. Sick card. It has been pulled. Appreciate it, Card Hobbyist, for finding that for me quick. That was awesome of you. What's up? What's up, Thorgy? Good to see you. Good to see Johnny. What's going on, Johnny? Good to see you, brother. So, yes, sir, that thing has been pulled. It is no longer out in the pack somewhere, looking to be pulled. So, insane. So, all right, guys. So, as you guys know, we took the trial run with the in-depth with Defness last night. We did a test run again, guys. My apologies for a lot of background noise. My son gaming in the background behind me. This was a test run. This is to give you a feel of what it's going to look like and what it's going to kind of be like. I didn't really have questions written down. This wasn't planned. This was a test. I think it went great, though, for just a test and off-the-cuff questioning, and Lance just with good, solid, informative answers. And that's what we're going to be looking for in these In-Depth with Deafness episode series. So I'm trying to get Buck City Breaks in on the first actual one, the Go one. I'm just waiting to hear back from when it's going to work. Otherwise, if it's going to be a while for them, we'll just start lining up. So if you guys are interested in being a part of one, just send me an email, drop me a line, and then give me some time to do a little back end of what questions and stuff I want to ask you. And then we'll set up a date. We'll line it up. But again, my son won't be here it's not going to be during weekends. I'm going to be doing these at night during the week. So there won't be any other background noise. There won't be my son laughing, talking to his friends online, etc. And the volume will be set better for Lance. I guess there was a hard time hearing Lance a little bit, so I can adjust that volume per se. So, all right, guys, that's going to wrap up tonight's Sunday's Shoutout stream, episode number 2. We'll be back next Sunday with this, but obviously I'll be back tomorrow as well as I am daily. Just a reminder, or I guess to let you guys know, I'm probably going to be doing an auction more than likely Tuesday. So Tuesday night, plan on an auction. I don't know how long we'll go, at least a couple hours, but I got stacks of cards piling up again. So plan for a Tuesday auction, guys. Tuesday auction. And again, guys, get out and show some love for Truth, Jimmy, Lance. And until next time, I love each and every one of you guys. You guys make this channel go, grow,